Cancer. February is a month where you can plan for the future, address your spirituality, and focus on your career and money. The new moon in Pisces is going to allow you ample opportunity to satisfy your taste for adventure. So if you've been thinking of planning a trip, February is going to be the month where you set that intention in motion. Keep in mind, though, you may be thrown a curveball around the time of the full moon, particularly as it relates to your money and your assets. The phrase that pays is expect the unexpected. So if you want to know more about what February has to offer, stay tuned. You definitely don't want to miss this. What's up, Cancer? As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Mel, your new favorite astrologer, and I'm the founder of Divine Feminine Works, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. And as always, if you are returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, spirituality, and manifestation. So if those are the things you like, if those are the things you love, if those are the things you want to learn more about, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, my loves. So this is going to be the February 2023 monthly astro forecast for the sign of Cancer rising. So just as a reminder, I do these videos by rising sign because I do an astrological forecast. So therefore it has to be done by rising sign. So hopefully you are watching the right video. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, or if you have no idea what your rising sign is, check the description box below because I'll have all of the information you need in order to figure that out. All right. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so in this month, the areas of focus for you are going to be your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources, particularly while the sun is still in Aquarius. Then when the sun moves into Pisces, it is going to illuminate your 9th house of spirituality, higher education, and long distance travel. Thereafter, Venus is going to make her way into Aries, as this is going to energize your 10th house of career and public life. And that full moon in Leo that we just experienced lit up your 2nd house of money and material possessions. All right, so let's talk about it and see what we have for you for this month. All right, so first and foremost, you have an emphasis on your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources. So generally speaking, when it comes to intimacy, you guys tend to be what people would perceive as emotionally detached. Because Aquarius is on the cusp of your 8th house, it means that intimacy is not very lovey-dovey, it's not very affectionate. Intimacy starts in the mind, most definitely for you guys. So even though intimacy-wise, things may be a little cold and detached, I feel like Aquarius season is really going to bring into focus and emphasize things having to do with shared resources. Now, Aquarius is a futuristic sign, so that Aquarius energy is very much focused on the future. So this is going to give you ample opportunity to plan for the future, especially when it comes to things like loans, joint bank accounts, wills, insurance policies, any of that kind of paperwork, even inheritances fall under the 8th house. So I feel like Aquarius season is going to be a time when these things come into focus for you, where you may be getting things in order, particularly with an eye toward the future. So by and large, the first half of February may not be that exciting for you. I feel like it may be filled with a lot of paperwork, maybe a lot of research. You guys may be doing a lot of communicating online, or maybe using different innovative technological advances when it comes to planning for the future, especially as it pertains to shared resources. All right. And then when the sun moves into Pisces, this is going to light up your 9th house of spirituality, higher education, and long distance travel. And this is the part of the month that's going to be a little bit more exciting for you, because the 9th house is all about embarking on a new adventure. It's about broadening your horizons. It's about expanding your mind, being a little spontaneous and being optimistic, especially when it comes to the bigger picture. And with the plethora of planets that are going to be in Pisces, all right? And if you want to know more about the general astrology for February, definitely check out my February 2023 astrological forecast. I'll leave the link to that in the description box below. But during Pisces season, there's going to be the sun in Pisces, the new moon in Pisces, Venus in Pisces, and Neptune. So when it comes to the bigger picture of life, I feel like you guys are going to be extremely optimistic, very imaginary, very visionary. I feel like you guys are really going to be able to really see the bigger picture of life and be willing to experience new things. So I want to say that the second half of February is going to be a little more fun for you. It's going to be surrounded by more lighthearted energy. I feel like when it comes to love, you may find love that's at a distance. So maybe you may be getting into a long distance relationship. Maybe you may form some sort of friendship or association with someone who lives at a distance from you. For others, I think you may be studying something creative, especially if it's in grad school or like a specialized program. It's going to be a time where your creativity and your ability to imagine are going to flourish. The ninth house also covers spirituality. So this may be a time where you sort of really tap into your spirituality. When you learn about different faiths, different religions, philosophies, and ideologies. So it could definitely be, the second half of the month could definitely be a time where you expand your mind and experience some new and exciting things. All right. Then there's also going to be an emphasis on your 10th house of career and public life. So Venus starts off the month in Pisces, and then she's going to move into Aries, which is going to energize your 10th house. Now, I like this for you because this is going to allow you to attract certain people, places, things, and resources that can help you in terms of maybe moving up the corporate ladder or expanding your business. Now, the good thing is that when Venus moves into Aries, she's going to link up with Jupiter. And both of these planets are known as benefic planets because they bestow positive energy onto us. So it's almost like the 10th house is not only where your abundance lies this month. And again, the 10th house is career, public life, reputation. So all of these things are going to get a sprinkling of gold dust by the universe. You're going to be lucky. You're going to be magnetic, charismatic. You're going to expand. Things are going to be larger than life. So put a gold star next to your 10th house because, again, that is where your abundance lies this month. And then finally, there's going to be an emphasis on your second house of money and material possessions, particularly around the time of the full moon in Leo. This is what I was talking about earlier, about the universe kind of throwing a curveball your way. So when it comes to money, assets, and the things that you value, the full moon is really going to ask if your heart is in it. The things that you have, the things that you've been amassing, are they in alignment with your heart's truest desires? Or are you just buying things just to buy things? So maybe it may be time to do some spring cleaning. It may be a time to get rid of the things that you're no longer passionate about. Doing so may be tough, right? Because sometimes we're a little reluctant to let go of things that we've had for a long time. But the good thing is that it opens up room for you to really get the things that you want and that you're passionate about. So I think a little bit of spring cleaning, especially when it comes to like your closet, when it comes to maybe stuff around the house that are just collecting dust. I think the full moon in Leo is really going to ask that of you. Not just that, but when it comes to your self-esteem and your self-worth and the things that you value about yourself, are you willing to express yourself authentically? Or do you let self-esteem, or low self-worth sort of get in the way of expressing yourself authentically? Again, these are the questions that I think the full moon in Leo asks you because I'm shooting this video shortly after the full moon. All right. So that's pretty much February in a nutshell for you, Cancer. So now that we've gotten the astrology out of the way, let's get into the tarot and see what messages Spirit has for you for this month. All right. So let's start out with 3 oracle cards so we can start off this reading. First card out is Descendant. Okay, so the Descendant is basically the 7th house in your natal chart. It's the house. The Descendant really speaks to relationships. Okay, so right off the bat, there's at least some energy this month related to relationships. And then we've got the Sun. Okay. So immediately I'm seeing that there is a need for you to really express yourself, especially if you are trying to attract someone new into your life. Remember, I said that Venus starts off in Pisces, and that's your 9th house. There could be someone at a distance from you who, like, so let's say you're single and you're looking for a relationship. It's almost like if you will just put yourself out there, I think that people who are even far, like, you can reach a lot more people than you think that you can, especially if you're being your authentic self. So it's almost like letting your light shine. You know what I'm being shown right now? I'm being shown the bat signal. It's almost like you shining the bat signal. It's going to bring someone from far away into your life. Okay. But really, it's just trying to say that you should definitely be your authentic self and really shine. Don't be afraid to shine this month. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, we've got 2. First card out is debilitated, and it says discomfort. And then we've got solar flares, which says activate. Some of you have not been feeling the best. Remember I said that full moon in Leo is going down in your 2nd house. Your 2nd house is not just money and assets. It's also your self-esteem, your self-worth, and the things that you value. I feel like your self-esteem has taken a hit in the recent past. And I feel like you may not feel comfortable in your skin. You may not feel comfortable with your appearance, or you may just not feel comfortable expressing yourself. But I feel like I'm hearing something particularly specific. That discomfort there's something having to do with you, like, not being in the sun. If you've been avoiding the sun, if you've been indoors for too long, I feel like being in the sun is really going to activate something within you, particularly at, like, the cellular level. And it's going to make you feel better physically. And in feeling better physically, I think that's going to be the catalyst for you to start really expressing yourself. So maybe you haven't been expressing yourself. Maybe you've been down in the dumps because you just haven't been feeling well physically. I'm seeing some sort of discomfort, perhaps in, like, your back or, like, around your spine. Yeah, some of you really need to get out into the sun. Real talk. Yeah. For some of you, and at the bottom of the deck, we've even got the moon. Some of you have been inside way too long. Like, you have not really made a concerted effort to go out into nature, to breathe fresh air, to sit under the light of the moon, or to sit in the sun. That is what is contributing to your physical ailments and your overall general feeling of discomfort. You need to get outside. Point blank, period. All right. Let's get some more cards out here. Okay. So we've got the 4 of Cups and we've got the Fool. Okay. So it's almost like there may have been opportunities in the recent past for, like, a fresh new start. And I feel like, Cancer, you've completely ignored it. You've either been so consumed by your discomfort that you couldn't even notice this fresh start, or you were too busy lamenting about the past to even notice that there was this energy around you of starting fresh. You've been, like, down in the dumps. Some of you have been sulking, I'm hearing. Like, some of you have been, like, sulking, pouting. Like, you really just, you've sort of just kind of been in your own world, but you've been, like, distracted. Again, there's this energy. I'm seeing that it's all around you, this energy of a new beginning, but you've just been so distracted that you haven't even noticed it. Yeah, some of you, again, back problems. Some of you have been so consumed with something. It could be work, and that could also contribute to the reason why you haven't been outside. You've been working a lot. Some of you have a lot of responsibilities, even if it's not work. For some, it may be home. Like between home and work, it's like you feel like you're carrying all these things. No wonder you can't see the new beginning in front of you, because look at this guy can't even see where he's going. That's how you've been. You've been distracted. You've been in this energy of I'm over it. You've been very apathetic because you've got a lot going on. Okay. Okay. We've got the Eight of Wands reversed. Yeah, it's like things, it's almost like you've got this energy of, you've got this fast moving energy. It's almost like this new beginning can come in so quickly, but it's almost like, again, you can't even see it come. You can't even see it because this is you. It's like this energy is trying to find you and you're just distracted. You can't even see what's going on. And then we've got the sun. We've got the sun twice here. Okay. So there is an element of positivity. There is an energy of positivity. Definitely in your, I was going to say your first house, but the sun is not going to be in your first house. There is really this energy of self-expression. I want you to look at this card very carefully. You see this baby sitting on this horse, completely naked and joyful. Being your authentic self is almost like the cure-all to everything right now. The discomfort, the apathy, the lack of self-esteem, being down in the dumps. Really expressing yourself is the cure-all for that. But not only that, you literally need to get time in the sun. It's like the sun needs to touch your skin. For some, this might be a very tall order because depending on where you are, it could be the middle of winter. And it's not like you can just go outside naked in the sun. I mean, you could, but you need sun right now. You need the rays of the sun to hit your skin. Again, I feel like it's going to be the cure-all to everything. Okay. Next up, we've got the World. Okay. Yeah, it's like a new beginning is dawning, but you just can't see it. You can't recognize it. You're like lost right now. You're lost. I'm also hearing that, again, there's something about expressing yourself authentically that is really going to catch the attention of someone who's at a distance from you. I'm hearing like someone halfway across the world is going to notice you. When I tell you your reach is a lot farther than you think it is, I'm not kidding. This also could attract people from the past, okay? So keep that in mind, for better or for worse. But here's the thing. All of this hinges on your That's not what I meant to say. On your decision to move forward with this. Because you could still stay in this energy and then none of what I'm saying is going to apply to you. You have to be decisive about putting down some of these sticks so that you can actually see what's going on. Getting into nature so that you can heal your body and just feel better. Because I'm hearing like you guys have aches and pains. You're like, I'm hearing like you get up and it's dark, you go to sleep and it's dark, and you are not even getting any fresh air or you're not getting any sunlight. Some of you are working way too hard right now, and it's really standing in the way of this breath of fresh air, of energy that's really trying to find you. It's actually not even trying to find, it's all around you. You just can't tap into it because you're so distracted. So it's really up to you right now to decide, listen, I need to take some time for me. Maybe you need to plan a little trip. So the 9th house is what's going to be illuminated during Pisces season. The 9th house is the house of long distance travel. Maybe you really need to take some of that PTO, take some of your tax money, and go on a trip, someplace warm, someplace where you can be scantily clad or naked and just have the sun hit your skin. I tell you, when you come back, you are going to be a completely different person. Oh, I'm hearing that's where this person halfway across the world is going to notice you. Yeah, you might be going on a trip, or maybe you should plan a trip, someplace you've never been, like a long distance trip. And I feel like you may start something with someone. You may start a relationship, or someone just may, you may just have a vacation fling or whatever, anything to make you feel good at this point, Cancer. I feel like you need to do. All right, let's pick 3 cards from this deck. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this says mature man, but it can be a man or a woman. It's not gender specific. I feel like this person that's going to catch your eye is someone who's older, someone who's more mature, someone who's well traveled. And again, I want you to look at that globe halfway around the world. Y'all really need to take a trip this month. But some of you were like, I don't have the funds. I really don't have the funds for all of this that you're talking about, Mel. If you set the intention, if you put that intention out there, I feel like a way will be shown to you on how to get this money, how to travel, or whatever. But I feel like you guys really need this vacation right now. And I'm pretty sure I am preaching to the choir. All right, let's get one last card to close out this reading. Enlightenment, lotus flower. You see these cards, these stamps? This reminds me of like postcards. Yeah. It's time for you to go on a vacation. I feel like it's not only going to make you feel better physically, I feel like it's going to renew your mind and renew your spirit. And you so desperately need that right now. So Cancer, especially in Pisces season, if you can, go on a trip. Go on a trip. Go to a nude beach. Go someplace warm, someplace where the sun can hit your skin. Somewhere where you can dance under the moonlight, where you can really get into nature and get back to yourself. And I feel like even in doing so, you may have a little long distance fling, or you may even have a new boo in the process. So really think about that. I think it'll be really beneficial for you. All right, Cancer, that has been your February 2023 monthly astro forecast. I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one important piece of information that you can use going into the month. If you'd like to know more about my products and services, those links will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you nothing but the best for February, and I will see you in my next video. All right, take care.